All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming. This is week 2, the Georgia Tech game for us. Kickoff will be at 3:34 Eastern, 2:34 Central on Saturday. The game is going to be broadcast on the ACC Regional Sports Network. Yesterday, we sent an email with everything I could find for the clearances for this game. If you have any questions, let me know, but it will be broadcast here in New Orleans, both on cable and satellite. Also, if you haven't picked up your credentials for either game day or for parking for the day-to-day coverage of Tulane Athletics, we have that stuff available, so please let us know. And also for the main game next week, if you need more credentials, need different people coming, or have different people coming, please let us know on that as well. And now here's our head coach, Curtis Johnson.
I'll tell you, this week the sun came up, then it went down again, and it came up, and it went down again. It just kept going down. You know, I had to counsel guys off suicide watch, my kids and my daughters. They counseled me, my wife, off suicide watch. I'm off and I'm on mental health days and everything else. You know, the most disappointing thing about the loss, I don't know if we could have beat that team or not. I really don't know, but we didn't play like we practiced. You know, we didn't play with the energy and the fire. You know, we got a couple 3-and-outs on offense, and you know, we began to kind of look. I looked to the bench and I saw heads are down, eyes were, you know, cloudy, almost like, you know, it was over. And it really wasn't over, especially in the first half. And then the defense, you know, in the second half, when the momentum kind of shifted a little bit, I thought we had a little bit of momentum. We began to, you know, just kind of miss tackles and do things. All those things are correctable. And so what I did remind the team of a couple things. You know, I remember a couple years ago, we played South Alabama, and our defense couldn't stop running water. And golly, I was really on suicide watch for real then. And then, you know, we lost that game, and then, you know, 8-9 weeks later, we were playing, and we got bowl eligible. So it's not over yet. You know, the sun is really up. We got to play a really good Georgia Tech team this week. And, you know, like I said, we come out, we play. I want to see us progress and do the things that we do well. And if we can do those things, I'll be happy. Questions?
You kind of mentioned it. Is that the biggest thing right now, just sort of keeping the kids, the players, to say, look, it's just one ball game, it's a long season? Is that sort of your biggest job right now, to keep them from getting too down after Thursday?
Yeah, you know what I think what happens is you practice hard, you practice and you do a good job of that, and you know you're better, and you want to come out, you just want to play well, and you don't. And so now what happens then? Well, we had another opponent that probably was better than us. That offensive line they had was really good. The quarterback played well. You know, so they were better than us, but we got to play better. But the kids got to understand you got to put it to teams to win. You just can't. It's just not going to happen by happenstance.
I know special teams was such a focus in this offseason, and have a new coordinator, all this kind of stuff. How disappointing is your first showing to have so many miscues, and is there anything that you've done this week looking back on film to kind of shake it up?
Well, one thing we did do, we personnel the kickoff team much different. So you see a different kickoff team. You know, as far as the punting, I thought Peter did okay. I mean, he did what we asked him to do: kick it high, where this kid can't return a punt. We knew this kid was very, very dangerous. We like the ball to be kicked a little further to the left, and you know, but you just got to run down and make a tackle on a big return, and you know, we didn't do that, and that's what happens against a good team. You don't do that. They have explosive athletes too. So, yeah, you know, very disappointed. What we're gonna do? We're gonna go with John LeGlue on short snaps, and the other kid will continue to do the long snaps, Lasanage. But you know, enough is enough. I think Lasanage definitely has the talent to do it. He just has to do it every time, and that's not too much to ask.
Coach, about the offense, what are you guys going to do differently? I mean, Sherman Beatty only has 3 carries. Is the run game something you're going to try to get going this week?
Yeah, we got to. You know, we started this game out, and you know, we wanted to do more. We get backed up. You know, a couple possessions we were backed up. We wanted to run it out. They were stout. They were smart. You know, and then all of a sudden, you know, we look and we just had no run game because we were down and we had to catch up. You know, we probably threw it the most I've been here. We threw it 40-some times that game and completed 27 out, I think 46, 47, whatever it was. But the disappointing is we got to make first downs. You know, we got to get first downs. We got to continue drives. You know, the one thing I always told our team is when we backed up, get 2 first downs. Now you can flip the field position. They flipped it and we didn't.
Do you think playing on Thursday, you know, having a longer time between games, is that to your advantage? It lets you get over it, or does it stretch things out, make it seem longer?
No, you know what? I think I just don't mind playing whenever we play. You know, you just want an opportunity to play whenever you play. You love to play on whenever you can after Thursday, but then you play another Saturday. You know, I think this. I think we all look at each other, and we got to look at each other to a man and say we got to coach better. We got to play better.
You know, when you had to go for on fourth down there, kind of deep in their territory, you know, there are times when you had Cairo Santos, you kick a field goal there,
Exactly.
get a little bit of momentum. How much has it changed the way that you have to coach, not having a kicker that you can consider reliable from 45, 42 yards? And is there a line right now where you think?
Yeah, there's definitely a line, you know, and that's what we talked about going into it. You know, everyone knew right away that we were going for it. I don't know if we hadn't been consistent making those from that distance, so I didn't want to just try it. I don't want to do it to the kid. I didn't want to do it to the team. I thought we had a chance to make that thing on fourth down, and we didn't. We didn't execute like we wanted, like we should have. But you know, but we'll continue to go for it until we feel a little bit more comfortable with Duraco. Yeah, I thought that, and I thought then, you know, that and the kickoff return were the two things. You know, you get down there, you got to have points against a team like Duke. Definitely got to get points in. You know, like I said, I don't know if we could have beat them or not. They're a very good football team. But, you know, but you want momentum and you want something to come off the field with and you want something to be positive.
Aside from special teams, it doesn't look like there's any lineup changes. Is that just an example? It's one game. It doesn't wash away what went through the whole preseason.
No, we're not changing very much. You know, I like our team. Like I said, I really love this team. I think we just got to play better. But, you know, I like what we're doing on defense. You know, Sean's going to be out this game. You know, we're going to terribly miss him. You know, the linebackers, I thought they played well. You know, look what Monroe did. He probably had his best game. Nico had 15 tackles. You know, they played tremendous on defense. I like to get some of those balls back that we didn't intercept. Thought the offense played, you know, the receivers, Ankalaad and those guys played pretty good. Ankalaad and Veal played really good, and Bro had the big play. So, you know, I thought we played pretty decent.
CJ, Georgia Tech's in the top 20. Y'all are 4-touchdown underdogs. Is it easy to get the kids up when there's pretty much everybody out there saying this could be a blowout, and you just let the kids say, man, no one expects you to do anything in this game? Is that kind of play to your favor?
No, I don't know if it does. I think we got to play better. The one thing that you got to do when you're playing a team like this, a really good football team, you got to work on your mistakes and work on you. You know, and I think if we concentrate, I'm not really concerned with the line or whatever. I'm more concerned about getting this team to work and getting them to do better and do the things we coach them to do. If we do that, we'll be fine in that game.
Was it disappointing for this offense to only put up 7 points when we heard that this team's a year older, Tanner Lee's a year older, and it has so many third down problems and only get 7 points against Duke?
Yeah, you know, that's always disappointing when you score only 7 points. You know, but they did do some good things, and you know, we just got to mature. Like I said earlier, with the third down situation, we just got to get better at doing that. He'll get better. You know, he made some throws in there, you know, that I thought were incredible, and he did some things that still, you know, novice things. But you know, again, this kid, he'll be good, and if we could just continue to play.
Coach, no team's perfect. What's the weakness in Georgia Tech? Anything you can exploit? And do they have any weaknesses?
No, you know what? The one thing about them, I don't know if there's a weakness. You know, when I watched the Mississippi State game last year, I didn't see any weakness nowhere. The quarterback's phenomenal. They got a bunch of guys coming back on defense. The option, Paul Johnson has answers to the option. I think they're a very, very good football team. The one thing we got to do again, you know, we got to tackle. We got to move the ball on them. We got to try to. Hopefully, we can get a lead and make them throw the ball, make them one-dimensional. That's how you beat the option.
When you start off saying that you didn't play like you practiced, who is that on? The players, the coaches?
It's on everybody. I mean, you can put it on me, but it's on everybody. It's on everybody to a man, you know. I got to get those guys ready to play like they practice. The coaches got to make sure we put them in the best opportunity to play like they practice, and the players got to go out and execute the game plan and play the plan that they practiced. You know, I don't know if Speedy told those guys not to tackle or wrap up, or EP told those guys don't catch the ball, but we just got to do those things because we did those things in practice.
Monroe said after the game he thought you guys would need to work on tackling this week. He was very disappointed with the tackling in the second half. What can you do? You don't want to, obviously you can't do a lot of contact once the season starts. And do you feel like you did enough? You said you did more contact than usual.
Yeah, we did. We did a lot of contact. I think we got to just, you know, go back to doing. They did tackling circuit this week. You know, they hitting the sled a little bit more. You know, I told Lionel, John Vilma every day after practice, he hit the sled and throw it down. You know, those are the things that we're doing on tackling. But that's tackling is, to me, is an attitude. You got to bring your feet. You got to tackle your guys. And I think a part of it was in the second half. The defense began to get a little bit more discouraged. Thank you guys very much.